Okay, we're live. Okay.
Who you betting on tonight, Paul?
Oh, AD be there tonight. No doubt about it. Now, let's see how quick AD is tonight. Boy, we gotta go get in the chat.
Yeah, there's AZ.
I told you, Paul.
Yeah, you called it.
I said AD be there first tonight.
You called it.
Good to be alive, right? Yeah.
Hey, AZ, how you doing tonight? Good, I hope.
That's good. Yeah, so AD, this is what I've been doing. Is this right here. I put the knee wall up today and I extended the floor upstairs over to the side of the knee wall. So yeah, it's coming. It's a lot of work. Then all this plaster and lath got to come down. But as far as building, I think I'm just about done building. Well, it'd be floors and stuff like that, but the rest is gonna be plaster and lath coming down and drywall going up.
Hey, Dominic's here.
Hey, Dominic.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
I gotta feed some.
So how's Sarah doing today?
Oh, she's fine.
Good.
We just took back from taking a little while ago from taking the kids to their eye doctor's appointment
How'd that go?
about an
Good.
hour or two ago. Yeah,
Now, do any of your kids wear glasses or anything, or?
yeah, all three of them do.
Oh,
Technically, all of us do. I just don't ever wear mine. Sarah gets mad at me for it. Because I actually have the transition Nike lens or frames. Mine gets super dark like yours when I go outside. But mine are
hey,
just
Dustin, how you doing?
Mine are just for reading, but I also have transitions in them so I can use them as sunglasses too.
So did you, when you got your glasses, did you get the self-tinting ones?
Yeah, the transitions, yeah.
Yeah, I've got those too, but sometimes they're a pain in the butt. All you gotta do is step outside, then you come inside, and it takes like 5 or 10 minutes for it to fade back out again.
Yeah, they've gotten better over the years. The technology on them. When they first came out, you actually had to put them in. When they first came out, one way they would actually activate them, I remember Sarah would put them. They would put them in the freezers for a couple of minutes, and it would help activate it when you first get them. When they would first get them back.
Yeah,
Because that's what she did for years. She was eye tech. Like she would help you pick out glasses and she'd measure your face and do all the little tests and all that stuff. And before the doctor would see you.
maybe should have put her through ophthalmology school.
Well, she could have, because the way that it works, I think in Florida is if you work so many hours under a doctor, you can actually like get your license. It's like a mentoring thing.
Yeah,
But you have to work like I don't know, it's like a couple thousand hours under a doctor.
AZ's right. The transitional lenses on glasses don't work if you're in a car because it's got the UV protection. That's
Well,
fine, so because when I get it in the car, out of the car, whatever, it doesn't change. It's just out in the bright sunshine.
Oh, I didn't hear you. What'd you want?
Well, my car's got dark ass tinted windows anyway, so it don't
Yeah.
matter when you're inside anyway. It's dark inside the car when you're in there during the day. They can
Chuck
be a-
Action, how you doing? Yeah, I would think that if you had dark tinted car, but the problem is that if you come from, let's say, a bright sunshine, let's say it's noon and it's bright sunny, and you walk out to the car, your lenses tint, you get in a car with really dark tint, I wonder how it is to be able to see through that, because it doesn't just change just now. you know?
Well, see, like my glasses, I can take them off and drive without them, so. Like if that's a problem, I'll just take them off for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Like if you're like you that has to wear them all the time, that could be a problem.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? Newfound Drones is here.
But,
Paul's just relaxing, having an ice cream bar after a hard day of manual labor.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
But yeah, it's like here in Florida, technically there are laws about tinted windows, but they don't fucking enforce it. I've seen people with limo tint windshields
Yeah.
with their windshields completely limo tinted, the whole damn
Yeah, it's
windshield.
supposed to be the back half of the car only.
Well, you can have up to a certain amount on the front windshields, but it has to be less percentage. I think it has to be, like, I can't even remember. It's like 5% less in the back windows. But they don't ever enforce it here. The state troopers, nobody pulls you over for window tint. But in some states, technically, they actually can't pull you over for window tint unless they get you for another
For
traffic
a violation,
violation.
yeah.
They have to get you on another violation before they can pull you over for that. So that may be why the cops here don't really bother with it, because they really don't care.
See, it was back in the late 70s when they passed that window tint thing here in Michigan. And at first, they were watching everybody, but then as time went on, no.
Well, yeah, it's like any law, they come out in force when they first enforce it, or when it first passes, and then after a while, if it's a law that's really not all that serious that they care about, eventually they'll get real lax on it. I mean, shit, in California, you can't have, I don't think you can have any window tint on your cars. Like, they're super strict about window tint in California.
Yeah.
I think only your back windows can be tinted. I don't think you can have anything on the front ones. But Florida's got one of those laws where, like I said, they have to get you on another traffic violation. They're not allowed to pull you over just for window tint. They have
Right.
to get, it's some weird law where they have to get you for like running a stop sign, or they'll have to get you for, changing lanes aggressively or something like that. Then they can pull you over and confront you about your window tint. But like I said, most cops aren't going to bother with that because they really don't care. So
Right.
Florida's very lax about car regulations. They don't have, inspections and all that crap like they have to do in other states. I mean, shit, they let you drive your motorcycles around here with no damn helmet.
Yeah, they repealed the helmet laws up here about 7 or 8 years ago.
Which is stupid, because I think that honestly, that's like the equivalent of you wearing your seatbelt in your car.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck do I have to wear, not that I would want to drive around without my seatbelt on, but why are you going to tell me I have to wear a seatbelt in a car, but somebody on a motorcycle doesn't have to wear a helmet? I mean, that's a key safety feature on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they allow that. I think that's stupid. But whatever.
Chili time, Chuck says. It's chili time.
Yeah, New York is strict too. They're very similar to California when it comes to inspections for your vehicles and all that. Yeah, here you don't have to do any small.
Oh, what?
Paul, they don't have helmet laws over in Ontario, do they?
What's that?
Do they still have the helmet law for motorcycles?
Oh, yeah, mandatory.
Okay.
Unless you're a Sikh. Because you got to wear that turban.
Oh, because of the turban?
So just design a helmet with the turban on the top.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. I'm sorry. That's dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, Chuck's got cornbread too. Yeah.
See, but that's where our government divides everybody. How come they get special treatment? We don't. Well,
Yep.
because they're religious. Yeah, exemption.
Well, it's like over here, how religious organizations don't have to pay taxes. I think
Yeah.
that's absolutely crap.
Yeah.
I think they should.
Especially some of those churches rake out a lot of money.
Oh, if they did, man, all these big old evangelists would be paying out the ass in taxes. That's how that's how they make so much money, because they don't have to.
Yep. Tax-free money.
Maybe that I'll make this into a church here while I'm building here. I'll make this a church and I'll start getting tax exemption from it.
Well, let's face it, most of the motorcycle accidents that I hear around here,
Yeah.
like you'll see a lot of people in their vehicles, they're big motorcycle people, and they'll have on their back windows, watch out for motorcycles. Well, most of the motorcycle accidents around here that I always hear about, it's always a damn motorcyclist that caused the issue because
Oh,
they were
yeah,
driving
yeah.
stupid on it. There wasn't the vehicle that they slammed into the back going 100 miles an hour. It was them doing 100.
Or they're zipping in between traffic on the lines and stuff and weaving in and out of traffic. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, but turban acts like a helmet or not. I don't know what's inside those things. Maybe there's steel plate in there. I don't know. Hey,
Oh, I guess you could just claim you're
yeah,
that
I got
religion.
religious exemption. I don't need one.
I mean, can they really ask you or tell you to prove it? I mean, how would you prove that? You could just say you're she can put a damn turban on and just go driving. Wayne said it calls the herd.
Yep.
And so I know some motorcyclists that are very responsible, but you know, I had a friend at Walmart that I worked with. And unfortunately, he was acting stupid on his motorcycle. He was going way over the speed limit. The car in front of him was doing the speed limit and was coming up to a four-way stop and went to stop, and he slammed in the back of the car and killed himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was his own fault. He was going too damn fast on a crotch rocket and freaking smacked in the back of somebody's car. They were slowing down to come up to a four-way stop, and he was hauling ass and couldn't slow down in time. But you know, that's like when I used to ride dirt bikes back in the day doing freestyling and all that. I would have never thought to get on my dirt bike without a helmet on.
Hmm.
That would have never crossed my mind. I never did that. I always had full gear on when I rode. And I remember when I was teaching my cousin how to ride my dirt bike, he was like, I don't want to wear the helmet. I said, you're not getting on my damn dirt bike without a helmet. And he puts my helmet on, and I told him, I said, all right, hold in the clutch. I said, pop it down into first and slowly let off the clutch as you're giving a gas. Well, what did he do? He popped it into first, floored the gas, let off the clutch, and he went right into a fence pole. And guess what his head did? Smacked right off the fence pole. And it put a big old chip on the top of my helmet. I said, see, that's why you wear a helmet. If you would have just, if I wouldn't have made him put that helmet on, that might have been his head bouncing off. And it was a railroad tie that somebody was using as fence posts.
Wow.
A huge railroad tie. It wasn't like a little, galvanized metal pipe. But
In New York, motorcyclists can't carry liability or something. So if a car hits a bike, even if the bike crashed first, it's covered by the driver and the car's insurance. What? Oh. Yeah,
so it's automatically the car's fault, even if they smack into them.
Huh.
That's good.
Well, here you have to have insurance on your bike here.
Well, that's why I said it's good for people to have, an old phone or something and use it as a dash cam, because if somebody brake checks you or slams on their brakes and you rear end them, that's the only way that that's not gonna be your fault. Is if you have proof that it was them that caused it, right?
Or a car,
Otherwise-
or a car cut in front of you.
Right, because otherwise it's automatically your fault when you rear end somebody, even if it was the driver in front of you that caused it. You automatically are liable for it, so it doesn't hurt to have an old cell phone on your dash recording while you're
Here
driving.
comes Dominic.
Hey, Dominic coming in, yeah.
Yeah, morning all.
What's up,
Hey,
Dominic?
Dominic, how's it going?
Yeah, all right.
Did you have a warm one today or did it cool off?
No, it was a bit cooler at least, but we've got another one coming up.
Ah,
But it's still summer, so we haven't had much summer.
Oh,
So,
it's been nice as hell here today, man. Had a nice 5 mile an hour cool breeze all day.
yeah,
Nice and cool.
yesterday afternoon was nice. Afternoon my time.
Yeah, we've had about a 5-10 mile an hour breeze all day, but it's been a nice cool breeze.
Yeah,
When you're driving in the car, you put the windows down, it felt really good, nice.
yeah, I know.
So Matt's finally done with that production, with that movie.
Yeah, finally. Good.
they need to tune this camera at the teeny bar.
Hmm.
Yeah. Why, is it all messed up or what?
Well, I'll show it to you. It's tell me, we like to watch what we watch, but screen share, there we go. Look how dark it is.
Oh, geez.
It looks, the color is drab,
Hmm.
just doesn't pop like it should pop. The clarity's fine,
Hmm.
just the settings are way off.
Yeah, but that's just a standard tilt and pan camera. It might not even have settings to adjust.
Must be cold. Everybody's got sweaters and jackets down
His
there.
sweaters, he's got his hands in his pocket. He's hugging on him like trying to get body heat.
Yeah.
Sweater, yep. Yeah, it must be chilly over there in St. Augustine.
Cause like even my Eufy security cameras, they have very limited adjustments you can do. They have like an HDR box you can click and a low light box, and that's about it. There's
It's
really no
61,
adjustments.
Paul, feels like 57.
Feels like 57. Well, that'd make it feel chilly in Florida.
That Chuck said AARP day. Yeah, they had a seniors discount day today over there. The early bird special at the Teeny Martini bar. I mean, it's the only time you can day drink, right? When you're retired.
Senior
Yeah.
Saturday.
Nothing like being retired and day drinking martinis at 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah. It'd be great. Hey, Chuck.
Yeah, it's what was it? Was like, is it 30 some days till spring or
Pretty much, yeah.
so it's 30 some days until you get to fall, right?
Yeah. Well, we have a strange one. We do it on the 1st of March, but that's a bit of a strange one when it really is the 21st of March. So we've got a 3-week window where Mother Nature gets confused and it doesn't know whether it's summer or autumn yet. So
Yeah, the
It's
first day of
like-
spring over here is the 20th of March.
yeah, And that's when the seasons actually change, because that's when the well, we call it autumnal equinox. You call it vernal equinox because you're on the other side. But
Yeah.
that's when the equinox happens, and that's when the seasons actually physically change rather than from a calendar point of view. Okay. Yeah. 61. 16? No, I don't know. 61 Fahrenheit is 16 Celsius. No, I'm not breaking out shorts in that weather. I don't usually break them out to about 20 Celsius, which is probably 70 or so. It depends. The humidity is the other key factor.
Yeah.
It's a cold. It's one of those cold biting winds. It doesn't matter how what the temperature is. But if it's a hot wind, like we had on my Friday, which was like an absolute sauna. Excuse me.
Oh, looks like Sam's live. I'm gonna go over and say hi to him real quick.
The I see in Canada, Paul, what's the guy's name over there that is on the board for the Canadian aviation or
What are you talking about? Don?
yeah, Don Joyce.
Don Joyce.
He did a show earlier today about
Yeah, about remote ID.
yep.
Yeah,
I was telling you about it this morning.
he usually does that on my Saturday night.
Yeah, it was quite a article or a thing there he had.
He had what, five other guys with him on the panel.
Mhm.
But I thought it was good because people that are new to it or don't understand it or whatever, he gives them all the information. To me, it was kind of like a little bit ho hum, you know?
Yeah,
Well, see, the thing though, Paul, is the remote ID is coming. It's really, you ain't gonna stop it because the US is doing it. So now they're gonna do it here in Europe. But the thing is that he's got a steering committee. They can steer them a little bit with the aviation. And, you know, maybe they can back off on some stuff, eh? They're hoping to do that, right?
yeah, but we're 6 or 7 months away from it.
September.
And
Yeah, but I don't know.
as I said, what is usually discussed and what usually happens are two very different things. Now, I'm saying this from an Australian point of view because it's not even being mentioned down here. So
Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing
I'm
is that
thinking it'll somehow filter down.
Well, apparently, from what I understand, there's been no mention of it here. Oh,
Yeah,
this is-
exactly.
up with, well, they've been talking about this for a while now.
yeah, but
like-
this is the thing is you guys are gonna be watching it very closely. So after September, you guys are probably gonna give it 6, 8 months and then decide whether
Yeah.
it's working here.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys might have another year or two before because they're gonna have to sit back, wait till September, watch it for a little bit, decide whether it's gonna work for them. Then they have to write all their own rules and shit up.
But I just, but I don't see.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, it's gonna filter down.
Right, but you guys might have another couple
Trickle-down
years.
effect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say 4 or 5 from an Australian point of view. because we're so far behind
Yeah.
in various things.
It just depends on
Well,
how
I
much they
don't think
want.
all the Karens should have access to it. If they got a problem, call the cops, let the cops deal with it. You know, because they're going to be more calm and more thing, but you're going to get some Karen going off on a rant or rave or some guy like,
Hmm.
let the cops deal with it, and you can deal with the cops on it if there's a problem. You can say,
Yeah.
hey, here's my licenses, here I'm not completely legal, right?
And then once it's in, there's obviously going to be various things are going to change, or they'll
Yeah.
probably move it around or modify it, because nothing that ever gets introduced ever gets introduced the way it is.
But the thing is, it's the same exact thing what they're doing with gun control here in Canada. They're
Mm.
they want to restrict all these weapons. You can't use them and stuff, but but they're going after the legal owners. Well, it's the same with drones.
Same here.
The legal people, the people that are breaking the laws with them, are usually crooks dropping drugs into
Yeah.
prisons or flying in places you're not supposed to or whatever, right? They don't care about that freaking law.
Yep.
Exactly.
But see, the only people they can control is the people that will listen to the law, that will abide by the law. But see, now Trudeau's having a lot of problems with that C-21 now. I don't know. It got some of his own people now are saying, whoa, 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 here, because there's liberal writings that are, rural areas and stuff like that, or
Mm.
they're talking about taking guns away. And you go, whoa, they're getting a lot of flack at home, So now it's.
We had that problem many years ago.
But see, Trudeau's only got one thing in mind. He's going to do it, and that's all there is to it.
Mm. Pretty much. It's most of the way down here.
Yeah.
We have a similar situation where things that try and get pushed through, and then there's a huge backlash.
Yeah. Well,
And then they change.
and for instance, in Toronto yesterday, I think it was a Thursday, there was 2 people arrested for random shooting at this guy, put 10 bullets in him. One guy, for some reason, they don't know what the relationship is yet.
Mm.
They were teenagers. They've been charged with attempted murder. They got him. Okay. Well, one thing, the guns are illegal. So whatever law there's not going to protect anybody.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, we're going to do this. We're going to ban this. So, you can't have mass shootings and all this crap.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that happens down here is there's always a leaked document by the government.
Yeah.
And they leak it, and then the media gets on it, and then the public basically start saying, oh, no, this is not a good idea, or we don't like it. And then suddenly when the bill or the act comes into Parliament, it is wildly different from what was leaked. So it's obviously they've heard and they're thinking, oh, okay, we've got to keep our shit together.
Yeah.
Here comes David.
Oh, here he is. We've got a different perspective now.
Yeah.
I've got one Australian,
I just
2
want to
from
say,
the US, 1 from Canada, and 1 from the UK. So
and I'm banning
3
any,
different perspectives now.
and we're banning all guns. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah. Well, we banned them 25 years ago.
If I go deer hunt now, I got to what? Use a rock?
Yeah.
No, piece of paper. A piece of paper is as lethal as a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
You
you've
gotta
ever had
have
a
a
paper cut,
blowgun, Paul.
Yeah.
you're only allowed to use a slug gun now.
Well, there was some guys just charged their $18,000 in fines, but they were chasing a caribou with either a vehicle or some ATV or whatever until it tired out and it collapsed. Then he went up and slit its throat because that's illegal hunting, right? You can't chase, But it got $18,000 in fines. Can't hunt for 5 years. Well, guy never had a license to start with. So how are you going to ban him from hunting for 5 years?
Exactly. he doesn't have a license, then exactly.
Yeah.
But that's
There's
the,
no
that's
people
the
here.
situation. It's the
3-4
people that
times.
the people that do all the illegal stuff
Yeah.
are the ones that they're not catching.
Even the people driving cars,
Yeah,
they don't have a driver's license. They've been charged 3 or 4 times now for not driving with
Yeah.
a license. You know,
yeah, and they ban them from getting a license, but they'll still go back and
Oh
drive.
no, they don't ban them from getting a license. They put 6 points on the license for when they do eventually get a license.
Yeah.
Well,
doesn't
we
work.
have a different scenario here. We just ban them from getting a license for
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
what they need to do to get pulled over and they're driving a vehicle with no license or no insurance or whatever, tow the vehicle.
They take the vehicle and crash it.
Well, look at what happened in California that I've just read. Some woman was in the supermarket and fallen asleep at the wheel, parked up. She heard some noise underneath her car, which made her wake up. She was like, "Oh, what am I doing here?" Started the car up, reversed it, felt a bump, got out of her car. She'd run over somebody trying to steal a catalytic converter.
Yeah, you see that? You're stealing the cat converter underneath the car. Well, she
Yeah.
was shooting at it.
Son
Oh,
of
she,
a bitch.
I don't, yeah, that looked good on that guy. Good. Guess he won't be stealing fucking Cadillac converters again.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to happen much here, but we have a real problem with people stealing the copper wire from the train stations. That's
Oh, yeah.
really popular here.
I have a problem
no,
with people
I'm
calling
gonna
me
steal
sir.
I'm going to steal this overhead power cable. Boom.
Mm. Yeah, because it seems to be very popular because I always hear, trains are delayed because someone stole the copper wire.
Yeah, trains are delayed because
Well,
of
I would think it might get to a point where if they're stealing copper wire out on the route, it might cause a problem with gates and trains and all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Like,
It's
it
like,
would give a
happened
signal
over the
that a
British
train's
Columbia.
coming, and so it's liable to get broadsided.
Mm.
There was that thing out in British Columbia. There was a wire someplace, but they're in an aluminum boat. They went around, they cut all the wires, put them in the boat, copper wires in the boat, and they were coming back and there was splashing, water was splashing over the boat into the boat. Well, you have aluminum copper with salt water. It was blowing holes in the boat and the sink.
That's what you call good. Best of luck to them, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
In this day and age, though, why is it that copper wire, you could color copper,
Mm.
you could dye it. Why is it not dyed certain colors for certain industries?
Yeah.
Stop.
Or, yeah,
No.
well, you really get down to it. If you're into metallurgy, there is certain properties in copper they should be able to identify.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he would work for a place called Brasscraft. They made a lot of plumbing parts, but they made these sprinkler, not the sprinklers for fire suppression, but a fitting that goes into it. And they found out they started cracking and leaking in this real expensive computer bank in Toronto. They sent them down there. Anyway, they did an analysis on the brass itself, and they found out like when the brass was actually made, it was not them that machined it, but the company that made the brass that they machined from didn't put enough zinc in it or something.
Yeah, but like I
It
said,
caused
they can
it.
color it.
Mm.
Yeah, and just ban people from buying that color.
Mm.
No, because I mean, it's like over here now. Street drains are being stolen.
Over here, the scrap yards there,
Who's buying them?
yeah, they know certain people are there's trying to, they know it's stolen stuff, but but anyways, they won't even take it now from some people.
Mm.
They usually end up just calling the cops and saying, hey, They got a camera there when the guy comes in to get his money and everything else. And yeah, they know who it is. And
Well, this is why in the US it's illegal to scrap railroad track for that simple reason.
Mm.
Because no scrap yards will take anybody with railroad track, so it keeps people from stealing chunks of
Yeah,
railroad track.
they could derail all the trains.
Right,
Mm.
because you would get, if you could recycle railroad track, you'd get some stupid crackhead that would decide, oh, I'm gonna take a whole chunk off. And not think, maybe the cops are gonna check the scrap yards because you just derailed a train with multi-million dollars worth of shit on it.
Yep.
And shut the railroad track down and probably killed a conductor or engineer.
Yep.
And they'll be like, oh yeah, let me take it to the scrap yard 2 miles down the road.
yeah,
That's when you hope, Justin, the good old boy network, the crackhead took the rails into the scrapyard. The scrapyard already heard about the train derailment, and they pull out a gun and blast his ass away.
Yeah.
Sadly, though, what tends to happen with a lot of scrap is there are dodgy people that will turn a blind eye to what it is, and they don't chuck it straight into their scrapyard. It goes straight into a container and it's shipped off somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a lot of money in it. It's like
Mm.
cars over here as well. They had a car that was stolen on the industrial estate, and the police got the notification within 5 minutes of it being stolen. 20 minutes later, they pulled a truck near the London Gateway, and it was in the back of the container, ready to go be shipped out.
yeah.
Mm.
And another half hour, and that would have been gone.
Yeah, there's a lot of that rebadging going on.
But what some of the things you're doing now, they'll go steal a car, but they go park it someplace. If it's not recovered within a day or 2 days or something, they go back, grab it again, and then take it and drive it to wherever they're going to do the container or whatever to do it. Because see, some people are putting tracking devices in them. So like an Apple AirTag and all that kind of stuff on their own vehicles. So what they do, because instead of taking it right to wherever they're going to go to, they put it someplace in a parking lot. If nobody picks it up in a day or two, like, the police or whatever, then they go and get it because they know it's got no tags on it. But they would have found it by now.
So look at this. The crackheads in California by my dad's house actually stole the railing off of 2 bridges that went over the freeway, stole all the aluminum railing that looked like that.
No kidding.
And now each one of these probably spanned 200 feet on either side of the bridge.
Yeah. Why didn't, if it was aluminum, why did no one see him take it? Because it would have shone up like a bright.
They did it in the middle of the night. Nobody knows. They were just
Yeah,
that sneaky. But
No.
they
Listen,
put a 5
it was
statewide,
aluminum. So
It
that
does-
means you'd be able to see it.
right, but let me finish my story.
No,
So,
I mean,
They put a 5 statewide, they went to 5 different states and to the state governments, and they all were looking out for this because it was like $250,000 worth of aluminum railing, right? It was like $250,000, $500,000, something crazy. Well, the scrap guy, they used to buy my uncle's scrap, shows up to his house and has part of the railings on his trailer.
Oh, Jesus.
My uncle said, "Get the fuck out of here." He
Yes.
said, "I don't want you on my property. Leave." He said, "They're looking for you right now." He said, "Get off my property." And the dude drove off. My uncle immediately called the sheriffs. But it turns out he bought it off of some crackhead, the ones that stole it.
Yeah.
But all the scrap yards already knew about it, so they wouldn't have been able to take it in. They were already looking for it. But it's a special composite aluminum, so they would have known it belonged to the state.
Yeah, and the tube size and everything else, right?
Right, it's a special composite of a specific aluminum, which you could still recycle it as aluminum. But if they did
Hey, Bill.
if they tested it They would
Hey,
know.
Dominic. There you guys.
What's up, William?
It's not too bad.
But
I'm
Justin,
just trying to figure this thing out.
You what?
when
I'm just
they
trying to
take,
figure out how to get this thing on. I seen join
Oh,
the
you
panel.
know.
So I hit
It's
Yeah,
join
working.
the panel.
right, Justin,
There
when
I
I
am.
go
Wow.
out,
Dominic.
took it at night. If it was
Uh-huh.
aluminum, how comes no one saw him take it?
I don't, this is, nobody knows. Because it was the funny thing was both these bridges were over a major freeway, I-15, over 4 lanes.
Yeah,
Well,
and if it
yeah.
was aluminum,
But you also gotta
you'd be
remember,
able to see it.
oh my God, shut up, David. But the thing was these bridges, the only reason they got away with it,
I
the
see.
major reason is because these bridges were out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, and the only thing that was around them was the highway that ran underneath them.
Yeah.
All the roads that they actually went over the highway from weren't very used roads.
Well, it was obviously a crack team where they put out the witches' hats. They had, a truck with signage on it. You had guys with.
Yeah, you guys with flashing
guide
lights
dogs
and
would
everything else,
think-
other people think you're road crews.
Yeah,
working.
yeah. They obviously dressed up and imitated a road crew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
As to not,
they said each railing was about $125,000-$150,000, and they stole 4 of them.
Mm,
Hey,
But then-
Sandy, welcome.
But they were about 200
Damn.
feet long, each one.
mm.
And you
Just-
know, those the aluminum railings, they were hollow, but you're talking about they're like the size of your freaking torso, right? They weren't small railings, they were big.
Mm.
They glow in the dark.
But
Shut
they
up.
must have. You can't exactly fit that in the back of a car, so it must have been an inside job, or it must have been a bigger
Have it?
truck that came and got it.
Tell
Well,
him,
yeah, it was, yeah, most likely they had a big trailer,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
car trailer or something.
Hey Sam,
Because aluminium that big wouldn't be
there we
Wouldn't be
go.
easy
Somebody
to
know how
store.
to say it.
Well, each section was
Just
about,
say aluminium.
Each
I couldn't
section-
keep silent.
yeah, but it also broke up in sections. Each section was like 10 feet long,
Oh,
10 or
okay.
15
Got my
feet
whole
long.
name up there. Wow.
So
3.5 meters.
it wasn't just a solid railing that was 200 feet long.
Yeah, because
they
you'd
would
need a
s-
pretty big truck for that one.
Oh, yeah. You're
That's
talking
what,
about
60
average,
you'd need a, yeah.
average
that's
18 wheelers
60
only,
meters or so.
yeah, an average 18 wheeler is only 52 feet,
Yeah,
average trailer.
yeah. So yeah, they had to have cut it into smaller pieces.
How it's going.
What's up, Sam? I stopped over and said, hey, what's up to you? Sam was in his live stream like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's
Ah.
like, I don't play games very much. Damn if he
Dominic.
ain't been live like every week.
Take 2 4 times a day.
Oh, shit.
So that's 1,000. And there's more.
Damn.
Different one.
God.
So you have to take 8 a day.
Now, 8 of them ones, 16 of them ones
A day?
a day.
Why don't they just put it enough into one pill? What
Why
the
can't
fuck?
they make bigger tablets then?
Yeah,
Because
That's
you've
what
got
I'm
to take
saying.
it. No, you've got to take it half an hour before food on an empty stomach. But then you're not allowed to eat for 2 hours after taking it. It doesn't make sense. According to the, it's all
Ju-
stupid. All right.
so just give you a hot dog
Take-
size
Take
suppository.
an hour to half an hour before food and or on an empty stomach and not 2 hours after eating. It's-
Yeah, but with
Oh,
that many, David, they should just give you a hot dog size suppository that has slow release, right?
Yeah.
I
And
don't
especially,
know.
yeah, when you put it up to date, that's probably the easiest way to get into the bloodstream quicker.
Yeah, but you've got to take them in. I think it's 4 hour intervals.
Yeah, you do the slow release suppository. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's the way to go.
always good.
Preparation H.
Yeah.
He just came out of nowhere. He's like preparation H.
Well, anything in that area always has the preparation H connotation.
Nothing's going in that area.
Hey, Sam Hayden, how you doing?
Well, I don't,
Very
that's
good.
why his tattoo says nightclub only.
Gotta put my name wrong. It's got my real name.
Yeah.
Is it Qin Dynasty
Yeah,
at Zoom?
You can change it.
Yeah.
Before.
You just go up to the top corner of your box and it's got the 3 little dots there. You click on that and you go down to change name.
I prefer the foreskin dynasty.
Up in the top right-hand corner of your particular box.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay.
No,
It's a little harder to find that. But I'll look for it. I had everything. Somehow you got on this thing where it's got the background on it, and I can't get rid of it.
I can change it for you if you just tell me what you want.
Oh, I'm Qin Dynasty, QIN Dynasty.
QIN Dynasty?
Yeah, drones.
Okay.
Qin Dynasty drones. QIN Dynasty drones. That's my YouTube.
Yep.
Why can't I get this down? Oh, there I am. Okay. We're down there more.
Just be aware that next time you sign in, it will still go
Yeah.
back to the name.
it'll default back to that.
How's that one?
QIN.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
I change it.
Yeah, QIN Dynasty drones.
QAN Dynasty Drone.
QIN
Oh,
Okay. I.
Dynasty. Like it's a
Don't put
yeah,
QA.
it's a big family in China. They built the
Yeah.
wall. They
yes.
built
Okay.
the wall.
Yeah, I know about the ancient history of that.
Yeah, my wife is she's part of the Qin Dynasty. Her father is anyway. I was just joined it. 700 people I've met so far. Millions of them. The wall is hollow. I always thought it was solid, but it's hollow. It's like a little city all the way along.
Yeah.
Where it's not broken down. It's amazing.
Or as they say in China, a little shitty.
Yeah. Well, the government's no good, but the people are nice, and the country's nice.
Yeah, that's what I've found.
Shitty wall.
You can get in the subway, you go down one station, you can walk all the way to the next one, and then it's a mall downstairs.
Where
Two
is
floors.
everybody in chat anyway? It seems very quiet.
Yeah. You can eat off the floor in the subway down there. So clean.
Do you like to go by William or Bill?
Oh, just call me Bill, like William Shatner says. Call me
Okay.
Bill. Yeah. Just got a Mini 3 there just the other day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I got it actually flying in my living room. If you look at my channel, it's a top video.
Hmm.
Oh
That's one
yeah,
of mine around, yeah.
I was on live Friday morning on flying it in my living room on live.
Hello, Laura.
Yeah,
No,
that's on
that's
there. That's on my there too. Well, 20
Oh,
minutes.
Laura's here, Justin.
what's up,
Yeah.
Laura?
Your little sister's here.
I'm waiting for the wall behind Dominic to lift. So it looks like a garage door.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. He's going to see it, so they go up and catch hold of the back of your shirt and take you up with it.
Oh, is that you're at your brother's shop, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that I just needed to leave the house today.
We
I got stuck
thought
at
maybe
home
that
yesterday.
you had a storage container full of the illegals or something. I don't know.
I might. I'll just have a look. You don't know what might be around.
Dominic's like, damn, they're on to me.
Yeah.
They're only illegals if they're found.
That's how Tim got in the country. He's been smuggling Americans in.
Yeah.
Right. I've done my trial run of COVID. Who wants it next?
No,
They don't-
thanks.
They don't like
I
it.
think I might have. I think I might have had it, but I've never tested positive.
I've had it 3 times now.
You 3 times. Wow.
Yeah, you think you'd
First
have some-
time put me in hospital. Second time wasn't too bad. This time it's like, ugh.
Kicked your butt again, huh?
Yeah. It's different strains, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, two, you kind of have a weak immune system too, which doesn't help.
I got
Yeah,
the Laura.
Because honestly, if you had a regular, like a normal, strong immune system, you probably wouldn't have been as bad off the second or the third time.
Well, do you reckon if I wasn't vaccinated 3 times? Yeah, I don't know why you need vaccinating 3 times, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up a very touchy subject of vaccinations.
Yeah,
So
and they want to vaccinate me 4, 5, 6 times now.
we're up to our fifth, and I've stopped at 3.
Yeah, I stopped at 3 as well.
I thought, no, that's enough.
If they was giving the same vaccination every time, then fair enough. But the swapping between brands, it's like hell no.
I haven't taken any. Oh,
But yeah, if I hadn't been vaccinated, I don't think I'd be here now.
the only
Right.
one,
I
there's
had to
only-
be forced. So
the only one in our family that got vaccinated was Sarah. But the kids, like in Florida, it's up to you whether you want your kids to have it.
Yeah.
Me and the kids didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't agree with them saying you have to have it. Certain jobs I understand, you know, if you're in a medical profession,
yeah,
you're a caring profession, stuff like that, working with vulnerable people or people at risk, then fair enough. But if
Yeah.
you're in a job that doesn't affect anyone, you're not going anywhere near anyone, then it's your choice. If you don't want it, you don't want it.
yeah,
And
well, it's not. It wasn't that way down here.
No, but it should have been.
Well, I mean, like
yeah,
Well, the average flu in the US kills 400,000 people a year. Just
Yeah.
just the flu strain.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
they've never made it mandatory.
Yeah.
And the COVID, I think, so far has only killed, well, I'm not gonna say only killed, but it's only been like 200 or 300,000 more deaths than the normal flu is.
Mm.
And they went absolutely ape shit. Like we've done lost a third of the population or something. I was like, Jesus.
yeah. It's a very touchy subject discussing down here.
Hello, Marshall.
Hey, Marshall.
Hey, Marshall.
Well, I mean, if COVID was anything like any of the, like the Spanish flu or anything,
Yeah.
we would have lost a third of the population.
Mm.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was way worse. The actual real pandemics of the past
Mm.
were 10 times worse than we ever thought COVID was.
Right. Well,
Because
If you make any comment like that, you get branded a cooker down here.
okay, right. Anyway, in the US,
Yes.
total cases 103 million, and there's been a total of 1.12 million deaths.
Mm.
okay, well, it's still less than 1% of the population.
Yeah, definitely.
Over here, it's 24.3 million cases and 218,000 deaths.
But see, the problem is too, is we don't know the actual numbers because here in Florida, the government did an investigation, the state government did, and they found the hospitals were reporting people that died from a car accident, but were positive with COVID. They were labeling them a COVID death because they were getting a guaranteed payout from the government for it.
Yeah.
Where that person might have not have had insurance or might not had the money to pay for the hospital bills, and the hospital's stuck with that bill until it gets paid, right? But when they were labeling people with COVID, they were automatically getting a check from the government. It was automatically getting a check was
Do you
cut
not
to them.
have postmortems over there?
What do you mean? Like autopsies?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they do autopsies, but not on everybody. Autopsies are done. It's different in every state. Every county can have different rules on it, but not every death requires one in most
Over here,
places.
they do.
I've been told that Justin, you've got to check your messages.
Yeah, Justin.
From what, for Laura?
Yeah, Laura sent me a message saying you've got to check your messages.
Jesus.
I sent a picture to Dominic last night and to Justin to get revenge on Laura, and neither of you used it.
Which one? The birthday one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Matt's.
Did he actually show it?
Yes, he did. Late in just before he left.
Ah, cool.
He tried 3 attempts to leave. He said, "Oh, about 2 hours in," he said, "Oh, I've got to go." And then just as he goes, Gary Foster from Brant Aerials gets on and he's fully sourced. And he just kept talking and talking and
Well,
talking.
Tom got on there too, and then they
Yeah,
all
and then
started.
and they just wouldn't leave. Go back and watch the last few minutes of. I think it's the last few minutes of Matt's.
Yeah, and then Matt was talking about he had he's like, yeah, I had a trailer on set. And I was like, yeah, everybody's getting, I said, but the problem is every time you got a knock on your trailer door, they told you needed to get out of the porta potty so they could
Is it
take
me
a
or is
shit.
Bill flying a drone indoors,
Yeah, right.
but using
Yeah.
an out space background to make sure it looks like he's got much more space.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not want to have that drone up in the air with all that intergalactic space behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, US could shoot it down.
Yeah.
Laura wants to know what photo. Oh,
Ah,
you'll
you
go
have to find out.
It was readily available on your Facebook, Laura.
Yep.
Oh, somebody just went by on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Ha! Well, I guess it's okay. It's 40 degrees here.
Got my mini flying. Live.
There's Laura.
Yeah.
I got you guys in the background.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
No. Good work then. So there's the photo.
Did you just get that, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually ordered it. 'Cause he was over on Laura's channel a couple weeks ago. He ordered it,
Hmm.
the pro model, and they ended up sending him the basic model, so he had to send it back to DJI,
Hmm.
and they had to send him what he actually paid for.
Did you get the Pro Fly More?
Yeah, that's what he bought, and then they
That's
sent,
what I got, and I turned around and sold that to AZ.
yeah, but they ended up sending him the dumbed down version of it,
Yeah.
the regular set without the.
It's a great
all that.
flying drone. What my issue was, the wind I have here on the water.
Well, plus,
Well,
not to
You know the
mention,
drone is that drone's actually missing.
The what?
The drone's actually missing a 3D printed mouth with the tongue sticking out. Underneath. Got the eyes and
It needs a set of brass balls on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Bill, I really liked that drone. It just right now I'm in the same situation with the Autel Mini. I mean the Autel Nano Plus. There's times I gotta figure it out.
well, and two, your other issue with it was you just weren't with the call the camera stuff because it didn't do good in auto at nighttime. I remember that.
Yeah, none of the DJIs have the
They don't have good auto settings, especially for nighttime.
nighttime video.
Well, if
Yep.
you guys know as well, I'm not sure if it's all DJIs, but certain ones, and I think the Mini 3 does, when you catch it like Bill's just done in your hand, if once you've caught it, if you turn it sideways, it turns it off straight away.
Yeah, it's a safety feature.
Yep.
And that hasn't always worked. There has been a couple people's drones where it did go sideways and went absolutely apeshit. But
Mm,
yes, it is supposed to shut off.
Yeah,
I've heard about a couple people's Phantoms doing that and went sideways and just went to town on the ground like a damn
Mm.
lawnmower. Yeah, I've heard of some of them flipping over too and it not shutting off like it's supposed to. But yeah, it's just so it shuts it off as quick as possible so it doesn't jack the motors or anything up.
mm.
Worst thing you'll get is a bad prop.
There we are.
Hey, Paul, Marshall says it's 78 degrees there where he is.
And
Oh,
that's all.
nice.
There you go.
30
Rich.
degrees Fahrenheit in Toronto.
Yep.
No, we're not reading the chat, Laura.
Yeah, she actually threatened David in the chat. I think David better sleep with one eye open.
And another bill.
Yeah, currently
And
56 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Poshy Bill's in the chat. What's that? Poshy
Ashi
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Poshy bill.
Yeah.
Bill? JDS's, that's JDS's arch nemesis right there.
Yeah.
We almost had to call in Hodges to step in as a mediator because Canadians were getting out of control with their little powwow up that they were having with each other.
Yeah.
Bill and JDS almost started a civil war up there in Canada.
Yeah, there, Bill. Uh,
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
That's
The,
what Paul needs to get a subscriber count up.
Yeah, the big brawl. I'll tell you what, though, I still haven't, I'm 70 years old, but I still haven't got used to the fact in the wintertime how it gets light so late in the morning and dark so early in the afternoon.
Yeah. You only have to wait 6 months and it's the reverse.
Yep.
David, did you watch my video from last night?
Now,
The sound quality got a little screwed up because my NVIDIA software wasn't working for me right. But yeah, I played as Bertha.
I'll have a look at it later.
Yeah, and the cops are pissing me off too.
I got.
Well, I got thrown out
Oh,
of
there,
Truckers
okay.
MP earlier.
Coming to him too, so, okay.
You got what?
You know that Truckers MP me and Laura was testing out?
Oh, you got thrown out of it?
Yeah. Because I came up to a junction, I
Uh-huh.
checked both ways, it was clear, I set off, and the moderator car come flying round the corner and he clipped the back end of my trailer and blamed me, kicked me out.
He didn't even talk to you about it and say, hey, just be careful.
No,
Nothing?
he just I just got a message saying, erratic driving, you're banned.
Wow.
Well, because on our server, they at least stop and talk to you. A moderator will come up and talk to you. Staff member, they'll teleport to you and they'll just be like, hey, what's going on? And they usually are really cool on your first warning, right? They'll just be like, make sure you don't do it. And then your second warning, they'll just kick you and you can come back right in 5 minutes later. They'll just tell you to read the rules before you come back in. And then they'll do like a 3-day ban and you'll get a 1-week ban and then they'll ban you permanently. Like you have to get in trouble 5 or 6 times before you get a permanent ban. And sometimes not even, you can get more than that because some won't do anything to you. They'll just give you a verbal warning and say, hey, knock it off.
Yeah, it's all right. I went straight onto Truckers MP and sent him a message, said my old headmaster had bigger bollocks than he had.
That's ridiculous. They banned you
She
for,
was she was female.
I mean, just because of one stupid thing like that, they didn't even talk to you. That's stupid.
It was stupid because it wasn't my fault. He hit the back of my trailer. And he
Oh,
only
and well, that's the thing is I've had staff members hit me like that by accident and they're just like, oh, sorry about that. Just 22 it, which means just fix your car and go about like it didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Like they're cool about it. They won't do
I mean,
anything.
I'm gonna be honest, it looked very spectacular when he clipped the back end of my trailer and zoomed
catch-
off over the top of the petrol station.
Now, did you catch that on video?
No.
You have a clip? Damn it. You could have blasted them all over YouTube.
Yeah.
No. The one time I go on there without YouTube or recording it.
Mm.
It did, Wayne. It came very natural to me. The cop got out and said, "Sir, I'm gonna need you." Or what he say? He said, "Sir, why are you driving like that?" I said, "Why'd you call me sir? I am a man. Don't you call me sir?" And then the cop got all confused. He was like,
Drone.
Wait.
Yeah, Laura, the mini SE is nothing to sneeze at.
Wrong.
You're
Yeah.
going.
The problem with drones are you keep buying the latest and greatest and you keep shorting your change in your
Yeah,
pocket.
and as I said, it's always so it's a race to the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah,
First and then you can come down.
3 Skidios and 2 Skidios and 3 DJIs.
Yep.
You poopy.
RS2, Mavic 3, Mini 3, and 2 Skidio Plus. The other one comes next week though.
Yeah, Laura actually wants the one Paul's got, the Otello, I think it is. The one he flies at night.
"Oh yeah,
The Nano, Noctel Nano.
I haven't tried a FPV yet.
Now, Paul Hodges and I, we're not into FPV.
Yeah.
the thing is FPV can be very technical too,
Mm.
because especially if you're building your own, because you have to
Oh.
learn how to use beta flight and all that crap. It's not something for somebody.
Come
If
on.
you're not pretty tech savvy, I wouldn't get into FPV, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Unless you're just doing DJI FPVs. But if you're building your own and doing all that, you better have some kind of tech savviness, because
Yep.
otherwise you're not gonna be able to do it. That's why I kind of warned TJ about trying to get into like the regular FPVs, because even TJ said, I'm not very, he's not very book smart and computer. You can tell he's not very much into tech like that.
You think
And I told him, I said, it can get confusing. You don't know what you're doing.
you mimicking Danny?
Oh,
Plus, you gotta know, you
always
gotta learn.
posted it short.
I mean, you gotta learn how to solder and all that stuff and do
So-
boards.
Soldering is easy.
Well, I'm saying, but you gotta understand flight controllers and boards, and like you have to be, like I said, you gotta be somewhat techie if you
Mm.
want to get into true FPV, not the DJI crap, like real FPV.
Mm.
Kid in my neighborhood, we're sitting in the dugout of the baseball diamonds, little wire ones like you see. He comes in one door and goes out the other door right in front of me, like two feet in front of my face, and like without stopping. And it's, how the hell does he even know what he's doing with goggles on? He says depth perception or something. Okay. It scared the shit out of me. Because like it's only 3 or 4, you know how big a baseball diamond is. Not very big, the dugout. This
It's
door,
not-
that door, nobody went, wow.
Yeah.
He's good. I wish I could have got a video of that one.
If I can
Really?
get Laura the one Paul's got,
Yeah.
I'm going to put the 360 camera on top of it to get the night vision of the sky,
Why can't you do it with the one she has?
because it won't go up at night. It just
Why not?
complains and refuses to go.
The Mini SE?
Yeah,
What do you mean it refuses to go?
it says vision is low. Hell no.
Huh. I've never had a problem flying any of the DJIs at nighttime. Not unless you guys have some rule there that says you can't.
It
And the
might be 'cause
How
drone,
mine fly? How mine fly at night?
It might be because we're near the airport.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
well, you can fly at night in the US, you just have to have the lights on it. You have to have you have to have some kind of warning light on it that's rated for
Mm.
3 statute miles.
Yeah, one of the strobes.
Right.
Yeah, well,
And this, and you know what the stupid thing was, right? Is before 107 pilots, just about a year or two ago, a recreational pilot could fly at night as long as they had the strobe light, no problem.
Hmm.
They didn't have to have any kind of special waivers, nothing. But if you flew as 107, you had to get a waiver from the FAA to do the same thing the recreational
Hmm.
pilot was allowed to
Hmm.
do without no kind of special
there you go,
waivers.
Justin, she put, it says low light, can't fly.
Interesting. Cause I flew the Mini One tons of times and I never had no issues with it. Let me see if I can.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Dominic,
I've got
Yeah.
heaps to do.
Alright.
Yeah. Well, are you going live, Justin, later?
I should be, yes. I'm not
Okay,
entirely
well, I
sure
might-
yet, but
I might see. I
He's
might see
got-
you there then.
yeah, he's got over 1,000 subs now. He doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
so he
He doesn't need his
Yeah.
fans anymore.
oh my god.
He's doing a mat.
Yeah, he's in the 1K club now, so
Yeah, he can do a mat. I'm not bothering tonight.
yeah. Okay then.
Catch you later.
Bye bye.
Rich.
Let me
Really?
see.
Very cool at 7 o'clock, eh?
Yep. Uh,
There's a TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was that, Bill?
Let's see if have that for a monitor. Of course, I'm watching my TV on it, so it doesn't
What are
matter.
you doing there, Paul? What's that? Oh, the grill?
Yeah. Thank you. Loctite 401.
Oh,
God dang.
what's Laura put on here now?
I got some tape on, just
Not
to make
what
sure.
the
to
short,
hold
the
it.
short is, but she apparently she's live tomorrow.
Big grill.
Dude, really? Yeah. Here's what I'm.
Yeah, so all you need is pretty much cheese.
Yeah.
Steve Laura's at it again. Up there.
I got you. I
Oh,
got you.
no.
A couple boxes, you know,
I got you.
Yeah.
let me get you the card.
Teenage look.
Oh, that's
I'm not gonna
a
get 'em on your
scary
card.
look.
Hey, I'm not gonna get them on your card though.
It's
Why?
supposed to be
I'll
a
just
young
go to
look
Marathon,
or
I'll get
something, what?
my
Teenage
phone
look?
Okay,
I got like $700 on it, so it's
Yeah.
like.
Cool. yeah.
That's why I keep asking, like, you need,
I didn't know if you wanted to sneak this on tonight or.
I don't know. I'm gonna take
Okay,
it right now though, 'cause I want.
now, do you guys normally? David, do you guys normally, does she normally put it on the ground to take off at night? Or does
Uh,
she hand launch it?
No, normally off the ground.
Okay, so this is the problem. It's not the camera that's causing that particular error.
Yeah.
It's the sensors on the bottom of the drone aren't seeing enough light. So say she was to put it in her hand and you were to hold like your flashlight or your phone underneath it
Yeah,
and give it some light. So it will take that error message away. Once you get airborne, you're fine. It's just, the sensors need some light to be able to see the two downward sensors. So you just gotta, if anything, you put, if you're gonna hand launch it, just kind of light up the ground around where you're gonna take off from. Maybe get a nice bright flashlight, you know? Legs for that thing? David,
What's that?
does she have extension legs for it?
I'm not sure what she's got.
Only 6.
Cause I would recommend she definitely gets those because that'll actually bring the drone a few inches up off the ground.
Yeah.
And the sensors won't be sitting up against the ground. Let's see here.
I think she normally launches it off the box.
Yeah, but the
Not
problem
still the
is
box.
those drones sit so low that those sensors are actually sitting right up against whatever it's sitting on top of. Let me see here. Let's go to United Kingdom.
Everybody's gone.
Leg extensions.
We're having a Ken Heron moment.
I'll wait and see what Justin comes back with.
Alright, so. These are what I would recommend that she gets for it too. Because then she could put, technically, she could put these on the on the legs of the drone. And then if you were to put like a little, just light up the ground underneath it with a flashlight, boom,
Yeah.
the sensors would be able to see the ground enough to be able to take off. That's what's causing that error message.
There you go, Laura. That's what you need.
And that will bring the drone a good couple inches up off the ground. So the sensors and the bottom of the drone aren't sitting up against the ground. That's a really good brand. That's PGY Tech. They make really good drone accessories for cheap. I had those, and those are compatible with the Mini 2 and the Mini 1. It'll work on either one of them. That's the great thing about the accessories for those two drones is that you can pretty much buy them for anyone.
Yeah.
Cause it's the same body and everything. That's what, 17 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Plus it makes the drone look beefier too. They actually look really nice on the drone.
So whose girl was that?
Yeah, I'll probably take it all.
Upstairs there, yeah.
You get stuff. Cheeky.
And the other good thing about the leg extensions too is when she lands in grass and stuff, it'll keep the drone high enough to where it's not hitting grass blades and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really need a landing pad when you have those.
I always do a hand catch.
I did that. I used to do it with the Mini 2 and the Mini 1 and the Air 2. But the Air 2 bit me a couple times, a little bastard. I put my finger too far up on the side and nipped the tip of my finger. It cut me a couple times. It put a nice little slice in my finger a couple times. 'Cause they'll cut through your finger like a steak knife.
Yeah. I've had that feeling.
Now the Mini 1 and Mini 2, I got hit by those blades tons of times and they never cut me. They weren't quite
I
big
actually
enough to really
think,
do it.
Amazon have employed some supermarket workers.
They did what?
They must have employed some supermarket workers.
Why?
Your audio is real low, David.
Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, what's this? McCoy's Flaming Hot are currently available. Consider Pepsi Max no sugar instead.
What?
Says a lot, doesn't it?
You guys have better choices in the UK though. I'll tell you what, man. I go on the Australian Amazon sometimes and they have a very limited selection of stuff what we have. You guys aren't too bad though. Like I can go on the Amazon website in Australia and put in like a specific computer part. And they'll only have like a couple selections. I'll put it in over here and we'll have like 100 different selections of that particular item.
Laura, are you trying to get your drone shot down? She wants me to order her this.
What is it? I'm not in their house. What is it?
Oh, look at the little landing.
Oh,
That
yeah.
landing gear with loads of lights on it.
Yeah, you just put it on the bottom.
Wow.
How much is it, David?
$16.39.
Oh, that's peanuts.
It's peanuts if you've got it. But yeah, if you think you guys over in America take off with that underneath,
Well, if that makes Laura happy, David, you should get that for her.
when my bank balance says I can afford it, then I will. Unfortunately, the bank says no.
I hate that.
Say, Laura, it's not the mic. Any better?
You think it's funny, do you?
So Paul Hodges has been working right along on his stairway to heaven.
Any better?
No, not much.
Well, he's got to build that little retaining
Well,
wall.
what you got to do is find out which microphone it's using. Is it using the computer mic or is it using your mic that's off to the side?
Using this USB one. Here.
And you made sure it was selected for that mic, right?
Yeah.
I'll just tap on the mic and we'll be able to tell.
Yeah, tap in the end of the mic.
Bleh.
Yep.
Yeah, it may just because it's not close enough to him.
What do you want me to do? Eat it?
No, Laura, you don't like cutting the grass with your drone. It's not a damn lawnmower.
Any better?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
I don't know.
I think you're going in the right direction, David. You are louder. So Paul, any idea how long the project's gonna last or
How long, what?
the project?
Oh, a couple months, probably.
Right. I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
That's
That's
better.
good. That's good volume, David.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Well, it must have decided it forgave you and just went and did what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
It took a couple Tylenol. They starting to stiffen up here.
Oh yeah, I know how that is. I was out helping him upstairs with his car in the driveway, and I was out there without a coat on for a while, and then I put the coat on, and boy, that felt good.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump out. I gotta jump in the server for a little bit.
Jump into what?
In the server for a little bit.
Oh, I thought you said you're gonna jump in and do a sermon. I'm going, what? What? Honey.
I gotta jump in the server for a little while.
Okay. I was
All
gonna say Justin took up ministry there for a minute.
Online.
The church of Stickley.
Like I'm not pronouncing it man and wife
That's it.
in conjunction with www.ministry.com.
Yeah. Well, I went out years ago when I got ordained a minister. I've got a certificate and everything. And I've done a couple of funerals and a couple of weddings.
I've got a sticker.
But it isn't something that I advertise,
Well, but since I started driving for this new company, the Murphy Bus Line,
Yeah.
I go to church twice a day now.
Yeah, because it's a religious school, right?
No, that's where the bus is parked at, a church parking lot.
Oh, it's parked at the church.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Okay, Justin, take care, my friend.
All right,
Say hello to Sarah for all of us.
I will.
And Laura will miss you, Justin.
Like
I'm
a
sure
hole
she
in the
will. Like a
Right,
hole in the
Laura?
head.
You'll miss your big brother, Justin, right?
No.
She said like a hole in the head. Thanks, Laura.
Laura, that's your big brother. He looks
Yeah.
out for you.
Uh,
He protects you.
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Okay,
Jack
Justin.
Riders.
Here, Justin.
I don't know. I'll go and get some time.
So Dominic is out getting a pedicure, or where is he?
And look, you got something 40.
It's all right. I'll pick some up. Time.
Right.
Paul, are you going for coffee tonight?
No, I get up.
Too tired?
Yeah, but I want to tear apart my shop vac. It's not working. I don't know. It's got a bad switch in it or what.
How much it is from Amazon?
It's always something, Paul. It's always something.
Watch my video.
Yeah,
You need to watch it with sound for it to make sense.
yeah, no.
They're the baked ones.
Oh, I gotta zoom.
Nobody say something?
Huh?
Nobody say anything?
I know. We're all on Ken Herron moment right now.
You're what?
We're all in the Ken Herron moment.
Oh,
Nobody's
okay.
saying nobody's saying anything. And then no, my wife just asked me if nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, it gets quiet here, especially, about this time of the night. People have got things to do. It's been a Saturday night.
Yeah.
She's cooking lunch or supper.
Now, what time is it where you are, Bill?
6:30.
6:30. Yep, same
Yeah.
time. Okay. Yeah, you're in Toronto, right?
Well, Newmarket, just north of Toronto, same
North
thing.
of-
Oh, Newmarket. I live there.
The bedroom community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
No
I,
hustle and bustle.
I lived up in Sharon.
Yeah, that's just over there.
Yep.
My wife's friend lives over there.
Did you just say you live up in Sharon?
Well, I don't. I'm close though.
I used to live in Sharon.
It's about a 10-minute drive from
Does she
here.
know?
How did she like that? Oh,
I think if I that under ignore.
I'm not talking to you now.
It was a lot of fun. Huh?
I have to give myself a yellow card.
Give yourself a red one.
Hang on, where can I go? Here. Okay. I should have. Oh, tell me, Laura. What's your name again? Paul Murray, isn't it? Yeah, right there. Go.
Unsub.
Yeah. And you're gone.
Yeah, I just sent you something on Facebook Messenger, Paul.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do.
Ew.
Her name is Sharon.
McDonald's.
Sharon, Lois and Brad.
Wrong flavour. I watched them Hershey stick pretzels.
What?
Slow down.
Okay, this is what Paul wanted me to share with the rest of you.
Here goes.
We go.
Let me, we got volume on. Oh, let's turn the volume on.
You got
And
no sound.
There's no sound?
No sound on
Okay. And,
it.
okay, here we go.
Come in, baby. Can you give me?
A TikTok video.
And Paul used to live in Sharon.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't use TikTok.
What people do, that's what you need is something like that in your channel, Paul. You get more subscribers.
There you go, Paul. A little better view.
Yeah, a little better view. Yeah,
Oh, she's eating grapes. I couldn't tell what she was eating.
yeah, the grapes she's eating. Is that what the video is about? Yep.
Only you would have that, Paul. Only you.
Yeah, we're denying all knowledge we know him.
Well, I gotta go, I guess. I got some more mess to clean up. I got my truck all full of wood, but he still got some plaster I gotta pick up yet. You know,
Okay.
clean it up before it gets too awful bad. Stay ahead of it. So
Yeah.
But-
Okay, Paul.
yep. So we'll catch you guys later.
We'll see you in the morning sometime.
Yep,
Catch
definitely.
you later, Paul.
Yep,
Okay,
catch you
Paul.
guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it, David.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Bill? Yep.
Call it a night.
Bill, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
David, you and Laura behave yourselves now. No wrestling after dark.
After dark, because hours ago.
I know, but
It's nearly daylight here.
yeah. Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Catch
You
you all
bet.
later.
Bye for